What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panthro Games, and today we finally have some VGC content back on the channel. I know a lot of people have been requesting it, so here we are, and we're doing some Regulation D VGC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is the new regulation that is coming on July 1st, which is really exciting. And of course, guys, if you like this type of content, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it, and consider supporting the channel by hitting that join member button below and joining the Pan Fam. So the team I've been learning Regulation D with right now is from Wanda Lee on Twitter. Shout outs to them. This team is really fun, and it's going to be a snow team. And I've always been a big fan of snow, and this really reminded me of the team I made back, I think for like Series 1 or Series 2 with Abomasnow and Glaceon. This is essentially the next evolution of that, featuring the one and only Articuno. And that's going to be regular Articuno, Kanto Articuno, and it's really fun and really awesome. Now, Articuno is the star of this team. We're going to have Bright Powder and Snow Cloak, and in the snow, our evasion rate is going to be insane, and that Bright Powder is going to lower the accuracy of moves coming into us, meaning Articuno is going to be dodging left and right, which is going to be absolutely crazy. And you want to keep this thing alive, but it's going to do its best to keep itself alive just with the combination of the snow and Bright Powder. Now, Roost is going to be great to get the sustain back. Freeze Dry to deal with water types like Urshifu or Gastrodon. Blizzard's our big spam move. And then Terra Blast Water to deal with meta threats like Heatran or like something else that just gets destroyed by water. HP max for sure. We need to get as much HP in this thing as possible. We got a good amount of special attack investment here too. Defense is going to be really nice. You know, helps you against the Urshifu matchup because Urshifus will be coming at you. And also that Terra Water is going to help against the Surging Strikes coming in. And a little bit of speed investment to get past something like a Gholdengo. Now, Regieleki is going to be going full damage and speed when we have Choice Scarf on it with a lot of special attack investment, as you can see here. Pretty much our main goal is to either Thunderbolt in the late game to kill stuff or to Volt Switch to pivot into the correct Articuno Abomasnow position for us. Electroweb for speed control, and Zap Cannon is just really here to do damage if we ever need to click it, but I never really click this. It's really Thunderbolt is just more trustworthy to me. And we have a lot of special attack investment. We have enough HP and defense investment to take an extreme speed from Dragonite. So that's going to be a really helpful calc right there. Abomasnow's goal is going to be just setting up the snow, and it's very standard. Blizzard, Energy Ball for dual stab, Ice Shard priority, but Aurora Veil is going to be massive to give us this crazy support combo of Reflect and Light Screen at the same time. Only works in the snow though, so keep in mind that you need to have the right weather up for this to work. Rocky Helmet is going to be for Urshifu Rapid Strike. Urshifus could be coming into the Abomasnow slot, so it's going to be great. You resist with the grass typing. If it's snowing, you'll have that further defense boost, and then you'll do Rocky Helmet damage 3 times to it, which is going to be pretty massive and allow you to revenge kill it. We have a lot of HP investment, max special attack, some defense, some speed just to outspeed the base 60 mons. Then we got Urshifu here with the Mystic Water. Most run Focus Sash, so we're putting the Sash on the Chien-Pao here. And Urshifu with the Water Terror is always going to be nice. It's going to boost the Surging Strikes and the Aqua Jet. We have a lot of attack investment, good amount of speed. That's what depth investment actually matters with the HP, because it can actually help you survive some special fairy moves coming in, which is going to be pretty prevalent in the meta still. Chien-Pao Dragonite is a phenomenal combo still, and also Urshifu and Chien-Pao, another great combo, but Chien-Pao very standard. Max attack, max speed, Jolly Nature, Protect, Ice Spinner, Sucker Punch, and Sacred Sword with Focus Sash. Terra Ghost so you can dodge Fake Outs just in case you lead with the Chien-Pao Dragonite combo. And then Dragonite's going to be Choice Band with Extreme Speed, Terra Normal. That's going to be a massive amount of damage right there. Aero Aces for our second stab. Outrage is going to be an absolute tanking, destroying move. It's crazy. Just, of course, can't hit fairy types, and you can't control it, so keep that in mind. And then Aqua Jet is our backup priority move. If we run into a ghost type like Fluttermane, then we can just Aqua Jet for the win instead. We have that Adamant Nature, a lot of attack investment at 204, 196 HP, then 108 speed if we want to go for a non-priority move. Now, how to pretty much pilot this team, you want your snow core together. You would never not bring just like just Articuno or just Abomasnow. You always bring them together. And my normal combo is usually, especially against Tailwind, I would probably run something like Regieleki, and Articuno in the front, Volt Switch into the Abomasnow, and Articuno usually goes for Blizzard, and then the Abomasnow comes up. Then we get the Snow Cloak going on, the Blizzard doesn't miss, all that good stuff. So that's like my usual combo, and then the last mod I usually put in that is Urshifu. Now, the other bread and butter combo is going to be Dragonite Chien-Pao. These two together, I pretty much always would bring these two together. They are a phenomenal lead against Trick Room. So if you want to face Trick Room, you can do Dragonite Chien-Pao in the front. You can also try Abomasnow and Articuno in the front too. Cresselia is a problem for sure. And another problem this team faces against is things that block priority moves. We have a lot of priority. I mean, four of our 6 Pokemon have priority moves. So something like Indeedee, Psychic Terrain is going to be a big problem for this team, but we're going to have to work through it. And of course, Trick Room is not too nice to us, so we're going to want to use like Protects and priority moves to get around that if we can. So for our first battle here, I decided to go for Chien-Pao Dragonite to lead because looking at his team, he had Amoonguss, Heatran, Azumarill, Annihilape, Maushold, and Cresselia. That's a hard Trick Room team, meaning I'm going to have to smash this to pieces, and Chien-Pao Dragonite is the perfect team to smash this up. I was a little bit surprised by the Maushold Annihilape lead here, so I wasn't 100% sure what he was going to do. I figured the Maushold was going to do a Follow Me, which is why I went for the Sacred Sword in that slot over there. However, he went for Protect, so Sacred Sword didn't do anything, but I used Outrage with Dragonite, and we got lucky on that 50-50, and bam, 86% into that Annihilape. He goes for Bulk Up, feeling like I was going to double into the Maushold no matter what, and then he does the Follow Me. I just go for the Ice Spinner for the safe play, and then I get the Outrage onto the Maushold, knock it out, and we're good to go. Of course, you know, the Annihilape then goes for the Drain Punch to take away my Focus Sash on Chien-Pao, get all that HP back. And I didn't think his Heatran was going to protect on turn 1. You never know what kind of Heatran you're going to be facing. We got unlucky that turn with the Outrage, but that's okay. We still have the speed control. Yes, Dragonite is confused, but the job is pretty much done with these two. They did what they needed to do, and the Rage Fist damage didn't do much at all. Now, this is hilarious. The Sucker Punch comes in, and I'm going to stay in with the Outrage because that Outrage still does a massive amount of damage with the Choice Band, and it doesn't matter. He's going to Terra Water the Amoonguss. Ice Spinner, sure, whatever, that's fine. Heat Wave, we still resist. We're a dragon. He's Life Orb Protect, which is interesting. And then the Outrage just absolutely dumpsters that Amoonguss. So now we're in the late game. It's a 3v1 situation. And this is where we just pretty much need to just wrap it up and make some safe plays. I put in Abomasnow here because Abomasnow essentially is the only Pokemon that's left that is going to be 4 times weak to the Heatran's Heat Wave, which we assume is going to have. So we Terra Water this turn, and I don't really care what the Dragonite does. And yeah, Dragonite dies. That's fine. He's Life Orb, so he's hurting himself. And then we put up the Aurora Veil, and now we have Articuno in the snow with Aurora Veil up, and we have that Snow Cloak and the Bright Powder going. And at this point, it doesn't really matter. You can see that, you know, he did 47% to the Articuno. And now we just Blizzard spam. Yeah, it's not doing as much damage. I mean, 10%, 11%. But he's hurting himself every single turn with that Life Orb damage. And that's a 10% just from him. So every turn, he's taking about 30% damage. Articuno is going to be dodging some of these as well. I know I can take guaranteed 1, so it doesn't really matter. And we dodged right there. Bam, there we go. And that's an easy game 1. For game 2, we had another Trick Room-like team. But interesting, we had the Galarian Moltres and the Sableye, which led here. But I honestly figured it would be Trick Room. I mean, you have Torkoal, you have Ursaluna. Fluttermane runs Trick Room. I could see it happen. So that's why I went Chien-Pao Dragonite again. And once again, Chien-Pao Dragonite is you cannot allow a setup like this to happen. We just go for the threat, which is the Galarian Moltres with the Ice Spinner, and then Outrage just because I didn't want to play shenanigans with Extreme Speed considering there's 2 ghost types. I made an error here. I should have not used Protect against the Urshifu because I totally forgot about its ability where you essentially cannot use Protect or Detect against it. So Chien-Pao gets hit 3 times, but Chien-Pao lives enough with 4 HP, and then we once again hit the Outrage. Outrage would have either one-shot the Sableye or the Urshifu, and that's 2 kills already straight up, and now we're in the late game, and now we just need to whittle down some damage, which is why we go for the Sucker Punch with the Chien-Pao on the Fluttermane. Dragonite's going to go down here to the Dazzling Gleam. It's done its job. It's burned. It's fine. And now for the late game sweepers of Abomasnow and Articuno. So Shadow Sneak and Articuno, whatever. Dazzling Gleam, miss the Articuno. That's a huge miss. We get a Blizzard, does a decent amount of chunk, and then we get the Aurora Veil. And that Aurora Veil is very important, as this pretty much guarantees the Articuno surviving whatever this Flutter Mane can hit us with. And you can assume that this Flutter Mane is probably going to be choice specs in this regard. So it's going to do a lot of damage. I try to pick it off with an Ice Shard. Unfortunately, we don't get it. But once again, misses the Articuno because we have the Bright Powder, we have the Snow Cloak, and the Sableye really can't do anything to me here, and we just win that. And that was a fast, easy GG. Next up with this pretty unorthodox team. I wasn't sure exactly what they were trying to do here. No speed control at all, so I figured let's go with Regieleki and Articuno. Figures a lot better than doing the Chien-Pao Dragonite, and I was right because we dodged that Intimidate on turn 1, didn't really have to worry about it. But now we have this Landorus Therian, this Heatran here. There's no fake out, so Regieleki is free to go for the Volt Switch on the Heatran. Does a good amount of damage, and Articuno, I feel like I have to go Terra Water to dodge the incoming Fire attack or a Rock Slide coming from the Landorus. So Articuno is in a big threat position. And because I assume a Heat Wave is coming from the Heatran, I go for Urshifu as well because, one, we resist the Fire move and we resist the Rock move from Landorus. So this was my smart switch here. It goes for Heavy Slam, which is really weird, unorthodox for sure. And it, you know, has Life Orb as well. So this Heatran is doing some weird stuff. So this guy has a lot of interesting stuff. I go for a Freeze Dry because knowing I'm not bringing the Abomasnow in, we go for Freeze Dry. Stab, super effective. 4 times super effective, and this is a bulky Landorus, be able to take that, put it at 27%. Go for Stomping Tantrum. Urshifu takes it pretty well. Now I switch over to the Abomasnow, figuring, well, this is the perfect time to do it. I know the Heatran is weird. He may not have Heat Wave on him. Who knows? But I want to get a Blizzard off in front of this. I want to start popping off with Articuno as soon as possible. I'm glad I did because, one, he had Gastrodon, so I went for the Terra Water with a boost the special attack of Gastrodon, and the Blizzard for the Gastrodon does a decent amount of damage. Heavy Slam does a good amount to the Abomasnow as well, but he takes that Rocky Helmet damage, he takes that Life Orb damage, and now Blizzard's putting him in a great spot here, and we do a decent amount to the Gastrodon. Now, Heat Wave misses the Articuno because, once again, Snow Cloak, Bright Powder. Unfortunately, I used my Terra already on the Articuno, so RIP, Abomasnow. But it did its one job, which was putting up the weather, and we get rid of that Heatran, which is really nice. Now the Gastrodon puts my Articuno in a drowsy state, and I know if I'm going to win this game, because it's going to be a really close one, I don't know who he has in the back, we're going to need that Articuno back later. So I switch out Articuno, put it Regieleki, knowing that Regieleki can't do anything to either of these guys because I have all electric moves and they're both ground types. I'm betting that Urshifu can one-shot this Gastrodon at 40% with a close combat, and it takes it down to 6%. And that's really devastating. I honestly didn't know if we could come back from this, and then it uses Recover in my face. So I have to hard switch back into Articuno, use Detect on Urshifu, and Articuno takes that really well. The Landorus does some no attack investment, and we go for a close combat into the Landorus. And once again, we do not get the kill, which is very unfortunate. Urshifu is pretty much on death's door, but the Freeze Dry does take out the Gastrodon, of course. So the biggest threat is now gone to me. And he crunches into the Articuno again. And now it's a 2v2. But the big thing here is I get Aqua Jet onto the Landorus. And we get a little bit lucky here. Bright Powder plays in. And we get that Freeze Dry off. And 39% Regidrago with Dragon Energy, and they're always choice specs. He's probably not going to survive that, and he forfeits the match. And we still had Regieleki in the back there, who was Choice Scarf, who can outspeed, and at 39%, the Regidrago definitely could have been taken out by a Thunderbolt there. So that was another match. That was a pretty fun one. Weird team for sure, but you know, even if you're in a losing position, which is why I want to highlight this match, is like the Articuno, that Bright Powder, or the Snow Cloak is really going to make it so that you can win some of these matches you might actually lose, making this team really cool. Hope you guys enjoy those Regulation D Snow Team battles. I think this team is really fun, and if you want to use it yourself, check out the rental code and the paste bin in the video description below. below. If you want to see more VGC content on this channel, leave a like on this video for sure, subscribe, and definitely comment below if you want me to play any other Regulation D, if you had any Pokemon you want to make a team around, or any other type of teams like a Sun team, Rain team, or anything like that. Just let me know in the comment section below, and I would love to do something like that in the future. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.